think about it. But, you know, all communities are struggling with aging infrastructure, whether it be the wastewater treatment plants, the pipes in the ground, or in our case, you know, aging obsolete buildings such as our public safety building that all need to be updated. But it's much better when you have partners at the state and federal levels to help work with us to make this happen. And we certainly have been very fortunate here in Delta in terms of the support that we have received from the state level in terms of both for our treatment plant here, for sewer upgrades that will help bring in new housing into the township on the west side to help serve the new Ultium plant and the Amazon plant so that we have places for people to live. And we also receive support to help with building the new community center for our senior citizens to keep our residents here and aging in place. So we appreciate everything that's been done by our state leaders here. Now we also want to, you know, I know Governor, you like to do the SEIU Walk in My Shoes with the Worker events where you spend a day learning a job and doing that job. Well, I want you to know the guys here at the wastewater plant would be glad to invite you back to come and work with them on the days when they need to clean out those digesters. I see you're already wearing the boots, so you're kind of prepared for that job and you're ready to go. So we appreciate you and thank you so much for coming here today. And with that, it's my honor to introduce the chair of the House Appropriations Committee and our fantastic state representative, Angela Whitmer.
Thanks, Ken. Good morning, everyone. I'm very glad to be here today. I drive by this every day pretty much on my way to either going on a date with my husband or going to meet people in our district. I live not too far away from here and I'm excited to see what's going on. I want to extend my gratitude and great thanks to Governor Whitmer and Director Roos for their unwavering dedication to this cause and for spearheading this monumental expansion. Because of our clean water needs, almost every village and city in my district has deep concern about their ability to expand housing and economic development, or at the simplest level, just take care of their current residents. Every day in my office, we have 15-minute meetings, and most of the meetings are about our crumbling infrastructure and our water systems. So today we're proud to announce a $290 million expansion of the Michigan Clean Water Plan, a testament to our commitment to safeguarding the health and well-being of every Michigander. This expansion is made possible through the voter-approved 2002 Great Lakes Water Quality Protection Bond, underscores our collective determination to prioritize clean water as a fundamental right. This isn't merely about infrastructure, it's about investing in the heart of our communities. The expansion of the My Clean Water Plan will deliver safer, cleaner, and more affordable drinking water and water management resources statewide, ensuring that every person can turn on their tap with confidence that the water will be clean and safe. Here in Delta Township, our water resource recovery facility stands as a testament to the dedication and hard work of our local leaders, including our great township supervisor, our clerk, Mary Clark, our treatment plant supervisor, our business manager, all of whom are here with us today. The benefits of our community will directly receive from this expansion will be an example of the power of strategic investments in our local infrastructure. As the representative, I'm deeply committed to bringing tangible investments back to our district and back to all the districts in the state. This expansion serves as a prime example of how we're actively working to address critical issues that directly impact the lives of our constituents. The expansion of the My Clean Water Plan is a significant step toward our shared goal of ensuring clean water for all Michiganders. It symbolizes not just an investment in infrastructure, but an investment in the health, prosperity, and the future of all of our communities. Thank you to everyone that was involved in making this expansion a reality. Let us continue to collaborate, innovate, and advocate for this initiative and to prioritize the well-being of the people of our environment. And I really appreciate your commitment, Governor. And with that, I think you're next.
I think you're Director Roos.
Director Roos.
Hi, everybody. Happy Earth Day. Thank you, Representative Whitmer, for your kind words. And Supervisor Fletcher, it's really great to be here today. I'm really glad to be with all of you to talk about what we've done to rebuild Michigan's water infrastructure, and you got a little glimpse of what we're here to announce today. We've got a lot more planned. We all know that in Michigan, we are literally defined by our waters. We have 21% of the world's fresh surface water. We have groundwater that's abundant and accessible in almost every corner of our state. And because we have all those resources, it confers special responsibility to all of us. And certainly our team at EGLE wakes up every day dedicated to protecting public health and our water resources. But that's not just EGLE's goal. It's a shared goal. In fact, it's been a top priority, and we really thank Governor Whitmer for that throughout her administration. And it's also, importantly, a priority for the 10 million residents who rely on our waters for drinking, for recreation, and for our basic livelihood. Michiganders know that water is a human right that needs to be protected now and for future generations. Over the past 4 years, the state of Michigan, due to Governor Whitmer's leadership and our partners in the legislature, have made incredible investments. Over $4 billion in new water infrastructure, supporting 57,000 jobs to help our communities rebuild water infrastructure, including this important investment, $83 million here for just this phase of the transformation of the Delta Township wastewater treatment plant. And then in February, the governor announced her fiscal 25 executive budget recommendations, where she continued to prioritize drinking water protection and water infrastructure, including over $50 million for drinking water infrastructure and new staff for the EGLE Drinking Water Department so that we can always be there making sure everybody's drinking water is safe. This proposed funding and what is being announced here today with this bond is just on top of all the billions of dollars that have been invested so far over the years. It's really going to help us to do our job, to support communities, to update aging infrastructure, to improve the reliability of treatment systems, to increase water quality, and something we don't think about very often, to actually decrease costs associated with providing water, and that's going to translate to lower costs for residents. We're really proud of the work that's been done so far, but we have a lot more to do. Recent reports, you may have seen some of these, peg the gap annually between needs and resources at roughly $1 billion in our state. And that's due to, in large part, to decades of deferred maintenance and neglect of critical systems. But let's be clear, no one in this administration, nobody speaking at this event, is letting that daunting challenge intimidate us. We're rolling up our sleeves, we're putting our heads down, we're leaning forward into this challenge with grit and determination, and stand ready to use every tool available to help us make that happen and protect our water. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce Utility Director Rick King, who will introduce a true champion for our waters, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, with more details on the announcement.
By far, this will be the largest, though. This infrastructure is vital and important. As mentioned, the Great Lakes are the largest freshwater source of water that we need to protect. So the design engineers, the contractors, the construction workers, and of course our dedicated staff with expertise and training to manage and maintain our facilities to protect this great body of water. We are the true day-to-day working environmentalists, protecting the largest bodies of water in the world. With that, I'd like to announce our governor. Please welcome Governor Whitmer.
Thanks, Rick. Appreciate that. All right. Well, thank you, Rick and Ken and Angela and Phil. I'm so glad to be here with all of you. Happy Earth Day, everybody. I'm proud to be here in Delta Township to celebrate really transformational investment in our most precious national resource, which is our water. We're here today because we believe that every parent should have the confidence to give their child a glass of drinking water from the sink when they sit down to the table. In Michigan or anywhere in America, we know that safe drinking water must be a guarantee. We acknowledge that too often and yet have fallen short on that promise. We know that delivering on this promise requires investments in water infrastructure, which is invisible but absolutely invaluable. I'm proud that we're acting at a state level, and I'm grateful to the Biden-Harris administration for their historic investments in all things infrastructure. Today we're announcing a plan to issue $290 million of voter-approved bonds that will help communities across Michigan build up their water infrastructure. Getting this done supports 4,350 good-paying jobs and delivers cleaner, more affordable drinking water to residents. And these resources will be used to support a wide variety of aspects, like repairing wastewater treatment plants, upgrading sewers, removing lead service lines, and replacing water mains. I had a chance to see some of the critical water infrastructure today here in Delta Township at the Water Resource Recovery Facility. So as Rick said, this plant was built almost 60 years ago and was first updated in the 80s. Before early construction started again in 2019, the plant was almost at capacity. Without state support to expand the facility, it would not have been able to meet the demands of continued growth in the township. There are countless stories and facilities just like this one from all over Michigan. Most of our state's water systems are more than 50 years old and many approaching a century of service life. As we work together to grow our population and our economy, we need to make sure that we can deliver on the fundamentals. We need to make sure that our pipes and sewers work, as well as many other things. And that's why this is so important. Our partners in the Harris-Biden administration understand this too, and thanks to the bipartisan infrastructure law, states across the nation can fix fundamentals and improve quality of life. So I'm really proud of the work we've done to build up our infrastructure since I took office. Repairing infrastructure was one of the reasons I ran for governor. Of course, it includes roads, but infrastructure is a lot more than just bridges and highways. It's about the internet, it's about housing, and of course it's about water. Since I took office, we've invested over $4 billion, including the My Clean Water Plan, to upgrade drinking water infrastructure, remove lead service lines, and reduce toxic contaminants. These investments have supported almost 60,000 jobs. And when we saw lead levels increase in Benton Harbor, we took immediate action, working with local partners to replace all of the city's lead pipes in less than 18 months. Last year we kept going. I signed bipartisan legislation to screen all children for lead and ensure that schools and child care centers have access to clean drinking water. And this year I look forward to signing another balanced bipartisan budget, right, Chairwoman? My good partner from the House standing right by my side. And we'll continue strong investments in these infrastructure needs. I'm particularly excited to build on our momentum today on Earth Day. Earth Day was born close to where we are right now. September 1969, a group of U of M students started brainstorming and planning an environmental teach-in across the country. Their efforts inspired the architect and the first National Earth Day, and today we build on their legacy. Michigan is a national model for climate and clean energy leadership. On top of all the big infrastructure investments that we've made, last year I signed a game-changing package of climate and clean energy bills to establish 100% clean energy standard for 2040, drive down utility costs for families, build more wind and solar faster, and better protect our air, land, and lakes. We received a loan to restart Palisades nuclear power plant, the first one in American history, so we can keep delivering clean power to 800,000 homes and protect 1,700 jobs. And we will always continue to compete and win against other states and nations to land clean energy and technology projects. Michigan is home to over 20% of the world's fresh surface water, millions of acres of forests and farmland, and 11,000 inland lakes. We've got to protect these precious natural resources and ensure Michigans can live and thrive in Michigan for centuries to come. Today we're taking action to ensure clean water flows to every community, every household, and every faucet. So I thank you for the work that you're doing. I appreciate the partnership and your leadership, Director, and I'm very excited about where we are headed. Thank you. We're going to take a quick picture. Let's do a quick picture, and then you can, okay. In front of it?